Hi, how y'all doing?
Can you hear
Hello.
me okay?
I was on mute,
I
sorry.
can now.
Okay. I hurriedly went to McDonald's because the internet's down, as Dr. Pat knows. So do I look okay? You can see me, hear me?
You look
I hear
good.
you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you guys. Okay.
Okay,
Let me
good. Awesome.
fix my mic real quick. Okay, say something, someone. Okay,
Oh, I'm
better.
sorry.
No, it's fine. Okay. I'm going to start letting everyone in. Raw has not showed up, which is our speaker, but that's him. He'll be here in a minute. Here we go.
I met
Here
with
we
him
go.
earlier. He's coming.
Everyone's coming in. Hello, everyone. Woohoo. There's Miss Abby. We're just waiting on her other half, Miss Star. Hello. I hope everyone brought their favorite drink. I literally brought my favorite drink because I'm at McDonald's today. So iced coffee. Woohoo. I can't drink wine in the middle of the afternoon or anything like that because then I would go to sleep. I have to wait till bedtime. That's just me. I've never been a big drinker, but when I do, it just relaxes me. Here we go. Come on in. Come on in. Somebody's knocking at the door. Here they come. Here they come. Oh, Dar, you and your avatar. Let us see your beautiful face. Come on, Dar. Let's see your face. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Kelly. I will say, Dar, that avatar is very good for you, though, but I'd rather see your face.
Thank you, LaDonna. Problem is, I'm trying to finish the last of my sandwich.
Okay. Yeah, you finish your sandwich first. I get you, my dear.
And then I'll show
All
you.
right.
But it's pretty accurate, eh?
Yes, it is. It looks great. It does look like you. Yes.
The
You
angles
did good.
the ankles on my cheeks go inward. There's no perfect.
All right. So in the chat, let's go ahead and put in the chat what your email, phone number, and how about a Calendly link today? How about a Calendly link? I'm sure Raw will be here any moment now where I'm watching to make sure I don't miss him knocking at the door. Grace just texts me and says, sorry, she's just too exhausted. She was supposed to meet us today. Dang it. I'm always happy to see what color hat she wears. She has different colors that she wears.
My mom does that.
Yes, Abby, yes.
Are you talking Grace Barkwell?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I know
yes.
Grace.
Yes. Doesn't she wear a different color hat, Kelly? I went Yes, I went vintage shopping. I love vintage shopping. But sometimes they want a lot for their vintage items. And I found this cute hat. Yeah, for $195. It's still at the store. I just can't do that. I can't. So in the chat, do we have our phone numbers and emails and maybe a Calendly link? All right, here they come. Sherry's is there. There's Lynn's, Kelly's, there's Abby's. Dar's still working on her sandwich. And Anne should be here any moment. And Katie's supposed to be here. So maybe I have the wrong time. I don't know. Maybe we're on the wrong time. Here's Katie. See, she heard us talking about her. She's knocking at the door. Katie's in the house. Is everyone staying cool? It's still 100 degrees. So, here's Anne. She heard us talking about her. So make sure that we have our Calendly link, our phone numbers, and our emails into the chat, please. You know, Anne, I have been trying to talk my husband into painting the bricks on my fireplace. And I would love to have them the color of your wall there, because I think my family room just needs a touch of something. But we have foundation issues, so there's some cracks on our fireplace, and we fixed it, but it's still, you know, you can tell. So I thought, oh, if we painted them, but we'll see. All right, so we've got that. So I wanted to, while we're waiting on Ra to come in, Rahul, I don't know. What is the right way to pronounce his name, Dr. Pat? I know that you know that. Is it Ra or Rahul? Do you know?
Raul. I mess
Okay,
it up every
that's
time, but I think it's Raul.
okay. Rahul. Okay.
I met with him today. He really likes to just be called Ra.
Ra. Okay. So that's why I came up with that. Okay. But the way
Yeah.
he spells it, you would think it's Raul.
Well, I
Ra.
think it is, but I think he just goes by Ra, because I asked him that specifically today because I wanted to pronounce his name correctly. And he's like, no, just call me
Yes.
Ra. And I said, oh, like Ra, Ra, sis, boom, bye. I said, oh, my stepmom used to say that when she was excited about something. So that's easy for me to remember. Ra.
Oh, and there's a song that goes Ra, 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 something like that. I'm not a singer, but yes.
I just
All
thought
right.
I
So
would
there's
say
Dar. She's done
celebrate.
eating her sandwich now. So put in the chat, what is our favorite drink? Even if you're not drinking it today, what is our favorite drink? It doesn't have to be an alcoholic drink. Happy hours of all flavors and kinds. And, you know, my vanilla iced coffee from McDonald's is out of this world. If you haven't tried it, I love it.
This is Tim Hortons Ice Cap.
Oh, yes, our favorite drinks. And you know, if I was at home and not at McDonald's, I would probably be drinking either water or iced tea. So
Yep.
let me tell you a little story, and then we're going to go on if Ra's not here. I live in the country, but only 10 minutes from McDonald's at the max. But I have my own internet tower, but it has to connect to a big tower. And I bought and had this thing built because my internet kept going out. Because I live with a bunch of trees, and everyone loves trees and ponds and all of that until you want your internet to work right. So we paid the money to have the internet tower built. But it's been so hot, it's melting the elements on the big tower. So they're having to replace them today.
Wow.
So Dr. Pat and I had an interview
Wow.
an hour before now that we were supposed to be doing, and I couldn't do our interview. And then I kept waiting. I thought, okay, they're going to get the internet up. So no, I had to run and get in the truck and bring the laptop to McDonald's. It's called pivoting. Remember, in business, you must be willing to pivot at any moment. So that is a prime example. So people are walking in here thinking, why does she have a camera and a light and a laptop talking? So, oh well, it is what it is, right? So what we're
Right.
going to go ahead and do is we're going to go around the room, and I want you to introduce yourself. Tell me one thing about you that we don't already know, and one thing about your business that we may not know. Because, you know, we don't want to hear the same things every time about you and your business. Now, Kelly's new here, so she could probably tell us anything, and we're okay. Lynn's even still really new because she hasn't been here a lot. So, but some of us have been. Okay, so we are going to start with Sherry.
Oh, you're so mean. Oh, that's all right. That's cool. I'm Sherry Leopold, CEO of Option Creators. And wow, what is something? It's a great question. I think actually, normally, when I talk with people, they usually tell me, I just made a post on Facebook about this. I normally get like, wow, I haven't really thought about whatever this way, or, oh, that's a great idea. I actually talked to somebody for the first time today that actually said, I've heard it all. I've already heard all that. I didn't learn anything new. And honest to God, that's the first time I ever heard that. So like normally, like that's something about me is like, I hear what drops in for you when I talk to you, and that's actually a joy for me. So that was a new experience for me today. So anyway, that's something about me. I usually hear something that's meant for you when I talk to you.
Yes. And you know what, Sherry? I just heard something I've never realized it came out of your mouth. What did you say that you're a CEO of?
Option creators. That is my corporation. I
Okay,
just
I
have all
don't think
kinds
I've
of
ever
options to
heard you
serve
say
you.
that. I don't think I've ever heard you say that. You always talk about wow and your magazine and
Those are all my options.
but I've never heard you say the name of your company, and maybe I just missed it. So
That's all right.
awesome.
Sometimes I say it that way and sometimes I don't. That's my
So
parent.
what was one thing about you that we may not know?
That if I talk to you, I will definitely hear something that is meant just expressly for you.
Yes. And does everyone know what that means? She comes up with some really great information that just comes in waves to her. It's the feel, the vibe she gets when talking to you. If you've never talked to Sherry, raise your hand if you've never had a one-on-one with Sherry. Okay, you girls are missing out. Make an appointment with Sherry. You will learn something, at least one thing or 10. You will have a great time, and she will boost your energy. And ask her how to make some fast money. A little bit of money, but fast.
That's the options. That's the thing. That's why it's called that. Got to have lots of options.
We have a friend that needed to make a little bit of money this week. And you know what? Sherry gave her some great ideas yesterday. She came last night to our Monday Mojo, and she made up and above the money she needed by using something that Sherry gave her. So it's all about being strategic. And sometimes, especially when we are in great need, we forget to be strategic.
I think sometimes too, LaDonna, you get where you like you're in your own stuff so much. So sometimes it's hard to like think outside the box and think of those openings. So it's always good to have that person that you can bounce something off of because they're not worrying the same way you are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So next, we're going to go with Dr. Pat Rogers. Come on down, visibility strategist.
Oh, can y'all hear me okay? I thought I was on mute, but I'm not. Okay. One thing y'all probably don't know about me is that I love roller coasters. And I will be going to Six Flags this weekend. My children are taking me to get on a roller coaster.
Wow.
So
wow.
that's one thing that's always been something I enjoy doing.
That is
a few other
awesome. I would have
things.
never thought. I would have
Yeah.
never thought.
Yeah,
You
adventure
know,
is
now are you
good.
going to wear your pretty beads and earrings when you go?
I don't know what I'm gonna wear yet, but most likely I always do my thing. Yeah.
I love it.
Whatever.
I love it.
Oh,
I've
that's a
seen
part of
lots of
enjoying
pictures.
life.
Yes,
Yeah, just feeling
absolutely.
good about yourself and just dolling the little girl in us, bringing out the doll in us. You know, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
As far as the business is concerned, you all probably don't know, but I have clients that I show how to create their video content or commercials and different things of that nature. A lot of things I do. Some things I do, I don't really broadcast them, but when people see and they need it, I'm always ready.
Awesome. Awesome. And you know what? I believe that. And Dr. Pat is one that can pivot very quickly also and do whatever it needs to be done. So I would have never thought roller coaster. See, that's amazing. So now we're going to go to Dar. I bet you she's going to come up with some good ones.
One thing is that I went to private college in 2013, and this was in Brampton, and the last 2 months was tough. It was really, really tough. And so I still persisted, even though I went home puking my heart out every Friday after exams and sometimes before exams. And I graduated with perfect attendance and with what was it called, Abby? A diploma with
Distinction.
what? It's on the wall.
Distinction.
You're muted.
Distinction, she said.
Distinction, yes, diploma with distinction. And I was asked, how in the world did I ever achieve that? And I said, well, I befriended the teacher. And she passed me with just enough in the accounting part of it, just enough to pass. So, and the thing about that, the reason I'm telling that story is because I was in a what do you call it now? Sorry, my brain is just farting all over the place. Where you do the training on the on-site training, and for two weeks, I think I did, or longer, 3 weeks. I got all that correct, and I ended up getting offered the job I was there doing, but I couldn't accept it because we had already moved up here.
Ah, but
So
you know you did it. You
I
finished
did it.
it, so there you
Yes.
go.
And the topic was medical office administrator.
Awesome, awesome. I would have never thought. So see, there we go. There we go. I would have never thought. So, all right. So Abby, let's go to you.
You hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I just thought I'd do that because Dar didn't hear me. Well, what can I say about me? That's new. I know a couple of people here wouldn't know that I was a unicyclist and rode a unicycle for 20 years. What everybody doesn't know is that when I was 18, I rode in a Ride for Cancer in St. Catharines for 20 miles, not kilometers, straight without stopping on a unicycle.
Wow.
So when I got to the
That
end, my
is-
legs still wanted to go in circular motion.
I bet. And were you really sore the day after?
Yeah, I probably was.
She also has a video.
Yeah.
She also has a video of her unicycling on a curb, like, and the curb is about that.
Yes.
Ah,
The
uh-huh.
curb was a 4x4 piece of wood, and I rode the 4 inches thick wood from end to end, and that was about 20 feet.
That's awesome. See, I knew that you rode a unicycle, but I didn't know you. Yeah, I had no idea. And I found out last night she's like 6'4", did you say?
6'4".
I had no idea till she said that last night. And writing that, no, I just can't. I can't. All right, so it looks like we do have our guest speakers. Let's give him time to get everything together. So Lynn, tell us something we may not know about you and your business.
Okay, well, I'm a mom of 3 adult children. I've been a nurse since I was 18. I've worked in regenerative health for the last 2.5 years. I live in Florida. Don't go to the beach much, I'm a little red tide down. We're in Florida. Red tide, too hot, sharks out there. I decided I'm anti going in the water. I had to join the group of I don't want to meet them face on. Anyway, so that's about me. What I do is I work with wearable light therapy. It's stem cell activation patches. It's a company I've worked with for the last 1.5 years and very happy with it. It's revolutionary technology, and I'm so pleased to be with a company that's in this momentum phase, and I love every bit of it. So thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Awesome. Thank you for being here, Lynn. And Kelly, how about you?
Well, I'm from Ontario, Canada. And about me, I like to take the take recipes that most people eat meat, fish, that sort of thing, but I'm whole food plant-based, so I like to change the recipes around so that I can eat it, especially if it's a recipe I like. And now I'm curious, Lynn, because I am with a company, it's Weir Patches. It's the Super Patch Company. So we have 11 different patches that if you know anybody who's like is in pain at all, we have a patch that it's a wearable drug-free patch as well.
Oh, interesting. Well, maybe we can
Mhm.
chat later so I can
Yeah,
learn.
yeah, really.
Yeah, awesome, awesome.
Number
And Katie, I think that leaves Katie. How about you?
Hi, I'm Katie Mag. I am a humor ambassador. I'm also a nurse. I've been a nurse for 34 years. I have 2 kids. I actually started speaking in 1994 as the Nurse of Hope. So I'd go and give presentations for cancer and how to kind of signs and symptoms. And ironically, I actually developed melanoma years later. Thank God I had been talking about that. Otherwise, I would have.
Oh, wow, wow.
And you guys gave me great mojo last week. My presentation went well. I had a follow-up and I have another follow-up.
That is awesome. Oh, if you missed last Monday, I'm hoping to get all the videos uploaded onto our members group, but that was hilarious. And we've got to have Katie back. I had such a good time. And Anne, how about you?
Thing you don't know about me?
Yes.
So if you come to my house, in my living room is a fully equipped gym that my husband built. So I've got a squat rack that he built. I've got a rowing machine that he's building, all made out of wood. So yeah, you won't sit down in my living room and watch TV. It's a full-scale gym. I do use it. And I love to deadlift. I just love it. I think I was deadlifting before women deadlifted, but I just love it.
Would have never imagined that. Look at her. Do you have muscles? You
I
have
do.
big
Yes.
muscles.
I have a long sleeve shirt on today, but yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible. That has been awesome. Ra, are you ready to talk?
Hi everyone. Yes, LaDonna. Thank you. And I'm so sorry. I keep having this thing that it's 7 p.m. I have to keep checking to make sure on your time. I'm so sorry. I feel really bad.
Well, you're here now. I've had to pivot today, so now you're going to pivot. So let's go. The floor is all yours.
Thank you. And everyone, thank you so much. Let me just, in front of everyone, let's all give it up for this amazing lady, this $1 million lady, LaDonna McAbee. What you're doing is amazing. And I want to tell you, thank you for opening this platform and open it with an open heart, that you connect with everyone and you can like understand each person. Every time they talk, you have something amazing to say. And thank you for doing this. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You don't just bring that beautiful face on this platform. You bring everything with beauty. I love it. Thank you. So thank you everyone for today. And we are going to speak about today the 7 steps that I use in a little way to really brighten your day. And the little things, these 7 little things is what can help you with bringing your mental state of mind to a positive place. And that's what I love about these little things. And it's not something that you all have not heard before. It's something that you all keep hearing all the time. Some people ask me, I was actually in a meeting over the weekend and someone asked me and looked at me and goes like, how and where do you find the time to do this, to care for yourself this way? I work 9 to 5, but I get out of work at 6 p.m. But the first step is exercise. And let me tell you, you would hear that over and over. Now, when you open your eyes the first thing that you do on a morning when you open your eyes, many of you have different routines. A lot of people, like my gracious, beautiful Dr. Pat, will say, thank you, Lord, thank you, Jesus, because she opened her eyes and this is her belief. I would say the same. God, thank you for this day, or thank you for bringing me to another day. A lot of people do that. A lot of people start putting their agenda in their mind. Your brain is starting to move. Now, when you roll off the bed, what you do next and how you do it, whatever, now that's where your routine starts. Your brain and your exercise is ticking. My way of getting everything jogging is grab my dog, my baby, my boy Ozzy, and we go for a little stroll that turns into a run that is a power walk, because doctor told him he cannot run. I can't lift weights from going down. I cannot lift anything more than 10 pounds. And trust me, pain and myself is not friends. So I love these power walks with my boy Ozzy. So when you think that, okay, I have pain, or I can't do this, or I can't do that, you can walk. Walking in different ways is a form of exercise, and that's your beginning of your movement for your day. And this is one of the things I love pushing into it. Having a morning walk and then come back, brush your teeth, wash your face, do whatever else you want. That's one of the things you keep going on with your day. But one of the most important things is taking a morning stroll. That way you get into it, your mind starts balancing off with the stretching off your body, your muscles, everything starts moving forward. And this is one of the amazing routine I would like for you all to take as step one. So exercise and movement. I know some people get off their bed and start doing stretches, right? I know a lot of people do that, and that is totally amazing as well. I include stretches with if I do my full exercise during the day. So that's a different time, but this is my morning routine and how it works. So stretches is good. Some people roll off their bed, wash their face, get their teeth brushed up and everything, and they go sit and they do yoga. How many of you love yoga in here, right? So the people that love yoga, you can sit there and do your yoga. Incorporate that with your exercise and movement. All right, LaDonna, quick question for you. How long is this talk? 20 minutes or so? What time is the end of this? I know I was late and I'm really sorry.
You can do about 20 more minutes or so.
Okay. I just don't want to
just so we can do some question and answers.
Okay, cool. So I have next, after the little exercise and your breath, everything is adrenaline is keep going now. You can do one of the things I advise for a nice day is meditation. Thinking and how you put it. Having a great a mindset that will bring you into a very new day. And when I say a very new day, it's how you see it. Today is going to be a great day. And when you say that, I remember the day I received my email from the Telly Awards just recently. I woke up that morning and I told myself, today is going to be an extremely beautiful day. And I heard the voice tell me, give yourself a pat on your back. I didn't even open my emails as yet. I go do my stuff, get off my bed, do whatever I do, come back, open my emails, and boom, I saw that email. So when you keep that positive vibe, that positive mindset for the day, when you open your eyes, you see how many things come from the beginning of your day. You have to put that pleasant setting together in your mind that everything is going to be fine. Do not bring yesterday's heaviness onto today. And when I tell you that, when you wake up, never ever say, oh my God, I got this bill to pay today. It's still not gonna pay, or it's still not gonna, whatever the reason it was like that yesterday, it's not gonna happen right at that moment when you open your eyes. So the first thing you do, you give thanks and you open your mindset to a positive day. Then, according to how you plan yourself during the day, do some meditation. Meditation, I remember my godparents taught me this. Meditation and medication goes hand in hand. A lot of people think, oh, I'm on medication or something like this, and some people afraid of medications and they don't use two together. But everything, your prayer works with what the doctor tells you. If you go to the doctor and something is wrong with you, let's say high blood pressure, let's use myself, high blood pressure. Rahul, you have high blood pressure. I could pray how much I want. God send those people here to help us. The body has its way of reacting, and we have to live with this body as we get older. Young people are born with HIV or even diabetes, and it's controlled throughout their life, and they end up having long lives. So why do people like us who end up with something later on in life with high blood pressure, why not just listen? So you take your medication, help you to control and level out your blood pressure, as well as you do what is needed to keep going forward, which is meditation. So you take a time out, like I had this conversation with a few people in the past couple of days. How many of you can actually just sit quietly for 1 second, close your eyes, and hear nothing in your head? So I stopped speaking for a second, and then the whole place in my head becomes quiet. You know, a lot of people I have spoken to will tell me that don't happen. They can hear what's going on in their mind that is racing in their head. But you see, when you practice to have that self-control and be able to calm yourself in the deepest place, the darkest moment in your life, especially in a work day, a work environment where it's very toxic, which we will come to soon, and you know things are being thrown at you, and you would say, where Rahul comes up with this stupid plan that this is going to work if I close. No, you have to know, yo, I'm here, and it's this what's happening is temporary. So you give yourself that moment, take that 10 seconds, and you breathe, and you listen and hear for nothing, because that's what you need to hear in that moment, nothing, because you need to rejuvenate now to get ready for that whole noise to come back in. So when you meditate, you have a good mindset, everything comes into play for a nicer and a brighter day. And then comes my step 3, which a lot of you do these days, and I love it. You know how many things I have seen has transformed, and I love social media. I am always for social media. I'm a person of tech. Like, I always praise Abby because it's amazing what she does. People need that because they think it's hard to go ahead and learn technology. But I was doing computers since back in DOS, learning to program, learning to repair computers, doing all these things. And I just kept going with it. I always say from 2012, I kind of fall off a little bit, but I keep up with tech. And tech in this time means that social media, the way people eat has changed. A lot of people, and I love it. So having a nutritious diet, and not me coming here to tell you what to eat, but I'll just run some stuff in here for you guys that I've dropped down, some types of foods that I have put in. And when I say eating right is good for your mental health, it is. Trust me. Eating things that will not fuel you in the proper way don't fuel your brain and your mind in the proper way. And not having that is something that's really bad for you. People who find themselves in dark places, like ending up sitting on the couch all day for 12 hours and playing video games, not in a bad way, but whatever the results of diseases happen to them, they go blame other people, they blame foods, they try to find quick fixes when they could have been doing the right stuff. So quick ways, remember to include plenty fruits. How many of these do you guys drink for the day? Can I see like numbers in the chat or something? Let me put up the chat. Like, how many bottles of water do you really drink? Honest to yourself. I will tell you a minimum is 6 bottles of water for the day. And I will tell you all, most people don't even drink 4. There you go. That 8 bottles is correct. That gallon, I love it. See that? That's it. Water, you see that beauty, that me was speaking about LaDonna's beauty. Today I had a beautiful meeting with Sherry on here. And when you see their skin so radiant, hey, one of the biggest secrets is water, right? So make sure you take in a lot of good fluids, especially water. Keep yourself hydrated. Fruits, good vegetables, whole grains. And I'll tell you all snackers, actually two things I love to have to snack on all the time: almonds, strawberries. Yeah, and they make a good combination too as well, huh? Almonds and strawberries. I know almond milk has become popular within the last 5 years, like really popular. And that is good. If you don't like almond milk, there's lots of other substitutes for milks. What can I say? Almonds, strawberries, raspberries, so much nice things that you could snack on in the nighttime. So these are ways keeping yourself. How many of you cannot drink or use sugar? A lot of people think that honey, you know, a little drop of honey in something will fuel them to be, if they're diabetic, to have an overflow of sugar. That's not really true. Honey is actually good for you, and you should include at least a teaspoonful of honey into your life. I mean, you should be able to regulate it. But I'm telling you, it's really healthy for you. And you should be able, this is something I always tell people, how many of you actually listen to your body? Actually really listen and look. Your body will, you wake up today, not be able to eat something properly or something around the line, and your body will speak to you. You can't figure out what's happening. Like I had a conversation earlier with Sherry again, and we were talking about me feeling upset for like 3 hours and can't figure it out. But sometimes with all the stress and even the perfect foods that you're eating and every single thing that you're doing, your body sometimes retaliate, listen to help you to understand something is going on with you. All right. I want you all to take this. This is something amazing that I sat down, I put together the steps, and then afterwards I was like, you know, I incorporate this during the day. It's not an all day thing. People have jobs to do, everything. But every step I have taken so far, every single person can incorporate this with your life. So eating the right stuff, preparing your meals, you know, that's something that people are stressed about. Prepare your meals ahead of time. Make sure you put it in your schedule when you're going grocery shopping. Make sure you have that list of items that you need, that you can make your body become more healthier. All right, that's on meal preps. Because I find a lot of people will tell me that, you say these things so easily. You think when I go to the supermarket or I go to BJ's, we make sure if you have to buy it in a bulk or you have to get it, it's an ingredient. Know that you need to get what? I need, what do you call it? Chia seeds for tomorrow morning breakfast. You know what? Tomorrow morning I'm having chia seeds, oats. I'm gonna have it with my my almond milk. I'm gonna drop some blueberries inside of there. I'm gonna drop some, maybe a little bit of granola. So all these different type of things. And I love that, Kelly, batch cooking. That's really true. You can do that and pack it away. So you put this away, you prepare. My mom and I would prepare like a few jars and put them down. So you just grab one for breakfast in the morning and don't spoil, right? And then you have, a lot of people move away from coffee. I still have my coffee, my cup of coffee every morning, sorry. And I know a lot of people love to do the decaf. A lot of people love teas, whatever generates that energy and gives you that kick during the day. It's not just that one time. As long as you can keep smiling and don't go into any dark, depressed places for what's happening around you. We all know, like I had to just drop something off today for someone, and oh my God, the blocks of police all around. And all you're seeing are these crowds all around with cameras and all these things, and the cops and the helicopters are all over, and this is me inside my head. If something happened here, what are they gonna do? Then they just put mental problems onto their families, their loved ones, on themselves. If they got shot, they can't go to work. They can't do this if something was to happen out of the way. get away, go do your thing. This is not my type of vlogging. Jump in my car and get away from there. You know, you're supposed to take care of you and love you. And as I continue. So that we'll talk about nutrition for now and healthy eating. I saw the time is just running. I love that, Sherry. Protect your mind. Exactly. And plus, anywhere you see cops, it's some kind of news you're going to hear that's in negative. I hardly ever look at what's happening because all they do is make New York City into such a bad place right now. But when I jump on the subway and I go to Manhattan or I go into the city or I go to do business or anything, with the grace of God at my side, everything runs smoothly. So I would say those little crimes and everything, they blow it up so much. And they just make people go into a mental state that, hey, I'm not traveling. I'm not going in New York. No, that's not right, right? So we need to do self-care. And I love this one, self-care and relaxation. This comes in with your vacations as well as this with me. And this will, I love that, LaDonna. And you see, this will work in with what I like, pulling things together to join it like a train. So we were just speaking about my favorite place, New York City. So I came to United States 23 years ago in 2000. And I had a really crazy relationship. It was my very first relationship. And I would tell you, the city, New York City, is my best friend. It is my savior. Just because I go to work 9 to 5, and I know I have to go to the gym and do whatever, but I used to walk through the city, not worrying about the hustle and the bustle, but finding a new place, like going to Union Square and just stand there, listen to the music, go down to Times Square, go into Central Park and just walk. And let me tell you, you all would not believe the type of stress. And I don't even want to know the amount you guys have been through in your past relationships, that some of you, and who have been in long relationships, God bless you, that at least you have, if let's put it this way, if you have that patience to help make it work throughout the years, or if you were blessed by God to have a partner that went head and head with you, amazing. God bless you. You know, I see LaDonna dancing. And today I heard Sherry is married for 36 years. God bless you all. You know what I mean? But I didn't have someone like that. I have never had someone like that. I had to find out the bed that I bought that you fought me for, that you brought someone and slept with them in that bed. And that's the type of relationship I was in. So the type of mental places I came out of, God alone knows. He was really my guy. So self-care, take a nice little quiet walks with yourself in new places by the water, the ocean. Go in and just sit there just for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because you need that you time. There are places, do you know there are places around your jobs that you could just come out and leave and go and sit in a park on a bench or somewhere and blank everything off your mind. A lot of people like listening to music. Some people just get involved in their social media, TikToks and Reels and all. That is good. At least for that time, let it be your time. You know, this is where vacation comes in. I tell people, don't matter where your vacation is. You know, one person will tell me they will get a motel right in their area because that's what him and his wife could afford to get away, just to go with his wife and be there for just with his wife for that night, you know, because they had 3 kids. Now, that is what they can afford. But I look at it in my way, as I was speaking today. I love to vacation. I love traveling because seeing different cultures and learning about different people is something that helps you improve who you are. It helps you to connect, to know that, wow, where I am or what I've been through is something that another person has been through in hell and back, you know? So I look at things in a positive way. I see our tap water is amazing, amazing there. We have LaDonna saying she loves water, to go down to the water and the vacations and all these different things. I love it. So you need to have a break in your mindset. And let me tell you, some people think that they need to go away for a week on a vacation. No, a 3-day vacation from Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, be back on Monday morning to work. That is so different. You know what I do all the time? And this is something I speak to people about. And it's mind blowing that I just spoke to someone recently who told me who lives in Queens and has never been to the Bronx. Now, New York City is made up of 5 boroughs for everyone who knows. Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Manhattan, and the Bronx, right? And this person told me they've never been to Bronx. And one of my things of teaching people right here in New York has never been to Niagara Falls. And that's one of the most beautiful, peaceful places you could be in on this planet, for me, in a nice way. And I've been to a lot of beautiful places. But I like that that's a nice drive, 5-6 hours up there for me, and I could do that. So now I have to stop referring to people going up to Niagara, and it's a wonder of the world, to actually people not even getting into the Bronx, right here in the 5 boroughs. So you see that? People need to venture out right around you. It's places you can relax and find a beautiful mindset and have your mental health. And reflecting, I have 3 questions. And this here, before we go on to the last 3 steps, LaDonna, can we take a little break to answer these 3 questions that I wrote for everyone for today? And the first one, and whoever wants to answer, just answer, because this is what it's about, right? How many of you for the day have actually done something to make yourself smile for the day? Just quickly, just run through an answer.
I went and curled my hair. I love curling my hair.
Love it. Abby says him. I'm her, sorry. Abby, I will tell you something, and I want to apologize to keep saying him. My best friend is a doctor in Nebraska, and his name is Abby, and he is dear to my heart. And every time I see your name, I just think about him, and like, I'm happy to be part of this with you. And I know you are female, and I keep saying him. I'm sorry, because when I think about you, I see my friend name there as well. Abby, thank you, and thank you for that. I'm sorry, I keep needing to explain that. Who else? All right, I have another question that you all would love. I mean, let me tell you something. Every single day, I receive some orders from, oh, look at that. Dr. Pat is saying she received her orders from Amazon. That made her smile. And that is really true. When you order something, you truly look out for it, because you know they're stealing your packages. They're doing all these crazy things these days. And especially something you need and you value. I love it. We got our new phone today. I love it, Abby. Beautiful. Spend the morning with a friend. Beautiful. Look at that. So you see that? Those things are great for your mental health. Things that will make you smile. I love it. Next question quickly is, how many of you, and this one will come in a kind of crazy way, but actually has teared up or cried today with a memory of joy? How many of you actually did that? I will tell you all, this happens to me every single day. Because you reflect on your day from years comes by. Something happens that you will remember something. And this has been happening to me. With my book, I was thinking so much when I launched my book, Million Pandemic. It actually launched, supposed to launch on Friday. It launched on Saturday, but it didn't sink in until yesterday. And then I could actually stand there, and the tears of joy that hit me, and remembering the 3 years of all that I've been through to put that book together, those memories hit, but it's not a memory where it's going to make you go into depression. This memory actually make you feel, wow, this is amazing. This is great. This is the tears of joy I'm talking about. That means you have pulled yourself through something again. I love that. I did not cry, but I had moments of gratitude and grateful for all that I have achieved. Amazing. I love it. And I'm sure you tear up. That's the tear of joy I'm talking about. Because if you have that feeling, and knowing you, Dr. Pat, you are such an amazing soul that you would definitely have that tear of joy. And that's amazing. All right. And with that said, anybody want to share something that they have remembered within the last? I mean, this is a part. And the gratitude is one of my things on my list too. Tears of joy. I love it. So anyone else want to share something before I follow up with the last four of them? Where is my notes? Yeah. So last four of them. Anyone
I want to
else
share. I'm going to share something. I want to
I
share
love it.
something
Go ahead.
when you just talked about the moments of gratitude. Uh, definitely is at the forefront in my life because, like you, after listening to your message, of course, I know I have been through some things in life that my journey did not have to end up the way it has ended because of the decisions that I made. So I'm often having those moments of gratitude when I look back over how things could have been and how they are, including some of the people that was just bad choices. But yeah, and one thing that I'm most grateful about often is that I go to my social media page for my retirement, for my department that I used to work for, correction officers page they have. And it's always someone up there who have passed. They like posting that stuff, let keep us informed, I guess. And I just tell God thank you because a lot of people in my organization at that time, they did not live to see the fruit of their labor. And that's something that sticks with me because I didn't have to live to see the fruit of my labor either. But I'm grateful today because I don't take medication. I don't take anything. I just live my life. And whenever God says time is up, I'll accept it. But meantime, I'm just so grateful to be 67 years old and in good health. And I'm in my right mind. And that means so much to me. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Listen, I'm in tears for you. I feel that. I love it. You see why I love you? I tell everybody, I told my mom I was comparing you to her the other day. I said, Mom, I was telling you about Dr. Pat. You guys are the same age. Look at her. Look what she's doing. She's like, you and your Dr. Pat and this one. And then that's how my mom goes on. She's like, you guys on a different level from me. But I love it. And that's amazing. And I look at your accomplishments that you always telling your stories. And you know what I say, give yourself that pat on the back. And I love it. And actually, my seventh step is reflecting and being grateful. And we'll come down to that, your gratitude. So step number 5 actually is creating a positive environment. And when I say a positive environment, it is really good for your mental health. All right, so like if I take this, I'll have to take off the background and stuff just to show you the painting. It's a beautiful painting of New York City. All right, I actually had this in my house. It's like so big on the wall. It reminds me of who I am today. And I think this city has actually given me the energy in times of need. And I believe that's why I need to be home. And New York City is where it gives back. You show something love, it gives you back that love. And I always felt that right here in New York City when I look up. This was my salvation. I tell people all the time, when you look at things in your life, you look at where you were from. I have owned 2 houses in the United States already. I do not have a home in Trinidad and Tobago. And I say home, not just houses, home, because where I am, it is my home in New York. And I love New York City is my home. I built everything from scratch. And trust me, when I say people who envy me, I really don't know how people could stand and envy others. I do not have a nonprofit. I do not have a charity that gives me things. It all comes from my hard work. And I know lots of you, as I say, are angels because we know who we are. We know how hard we work to get there. So you have to help yourself create that positive environment, put up a nice painting, something that reminds you. Long ago, I will tell people who do not believe in themselves, write post-its. It's the cheapest thing. Write a post-it, I love you. Hey, Dr. Pat, but this is Dr. Pat is writing this. Hey, Dr. Pat, you are amazing. Boom. Hey, LaDonna, you're beautiful, but that's in your bathroom. So when you look at it, you know, hey, you can't forget that. They can tell everyone, love yourself, because only you can love you. And if you want others to love you the way you love you, that is amazing, because that's the way you're supposed to treat others, the same way, with that same love. That's the only way you get it back. So that's the environment you set. You can't disrespect people if you want to be disrespected. If you don't want to be disrespected, don't disrespect anyone. You know that saying, do not throw rocks at a glass, do not have a glass house and throw rocks at someone else's home? That's the same thing with yourself, your whole entire environment. Do you realize if you go to work, now I don't work at 9 to 5, your life experiences are raw, my little ends I do all are wrong is me. When I say I'm an entrepreneur, trust me, I get money from all little places, and I'm talking about not in millions, in little bits to pay my bills, to get me where I need to go. And that's what I say, that's working it, right? How many of you work in a place or be around people who are negative, but boom, you walk in there with a smile and like nobody can interfere with my beautiful energy today, and boom, guess what happens? You walk in there and they know it's a negative environment, but your energy radiates off every single person, that you create that beautiful atmosphere. The person that nobody talks to, they see you saying hello to that person and they see a smile on that person's face. You know what happens? You change the environment. You had something to do with it. I see it's almost 7 o'clock. Now, as I say, it flows. Creating that environment and a positive place for yourself always means cutting out negative and toxicity. And that comes from people as well as if something is not right for you. Energy. You see your energy that's coming from inside here? That energy is your divine gift. Your divine gift, meaning you should not share that where people are negative or in a way pulling you down. If you go to a basement and it's dirty or it's heavy for you, you need to get out of there, because it's not good for your energy. And let me tell you, it's in spirituality, it's an old swing that we could go into evil and all that, but we'll leave that there for today. Your environment, get rid of drama. She's saying women don't compete with each other, they complete one another. I love that. Let me tell you this one. I have been seeing that and I've been hitting myself raw. The only thing is different with you is that you are a male, but you're just together with all these amazing females. I always click with them, and I have seen the unity everywhere. These women's own conferences and all these different things, they come together. Get rid of drama, and I love that. I'll tell you all something, and you see the ones who are in beautiful relationships and they're married for so long, and I say give yourself a pat on the back and God bless you and all that, great. But there are some people who live years and years and years in toxic relationships where the husband or the wife or the partner is not good, but for some godforsaken reason, they stay. No, you want to change in your life and you want a better mental health and a better mental state of mind to elevate in this world that's very short and very small. You need to make sure your mindset and the people, especially your loved ones or people who claim they love you, are in the same mindset and the loving, caring, beautiful energy as yourself. You cannot be nice and beautiful and have someone pulling you down. You know, and I teach people this before, but I love having it come from someone that people understand the name. So when I say J-Lo, everybody goes, yay. But let me tell you, I heard her say, J-Lo, who I worship, I heard her say that the men in her life and men who I looked up to as, they're doing it, pull her down and would tell her she's ugly or tell her she can't do this. And I had these things happen to me, and I had this where I told people, hey, don't let that happen to you. Actually, I was in a relationship where I thought that nobody else in this world will love me like that person for 10 years. And that person, if I'm cooking something and a group of friends is coming over, what, you want to show off? So I can't cook. I'm showing off because I'm cooking. Who do you feel you are? You're singing all these songs. Where do you want to end up? With a Grammy? Hell yes, I want a Grammy. This is how I started thinking. My mindset changed because I got rid of that person. But that person always also grew me to the person that I know that I can be here for all of you or the people on my platform, your life experiences with Rock. I saw it 7 o'clock, so let's go. Well, Dr. Pat did a beautiful thing on reflection and gratitude, and that was amazing for that. So you have to be a person who reflects, especially when you do something eventful in your life, as small as it is. LaDonna, hats off to her. God bless you, LaDonna, Dr. Pat, all who puts together conferences, Sherry for her amazing show. Wow. Because let me tell you, when you create something like this and you finish after this today, LaDonna is going to review this video and she's going to look and say, you know what? Something was wrong. Rock came late. You know what? We got to make sure we know the timings on Eastern Standard and whatnot, right? I'm just using this, not no offense, LaDonna. I look across here because this is where I see everyone. This is where I see myself. So so LaDonna, no offense on that. It has nothing to do with you. It's all my fault. But like that, simple as that, she's gonna be like, all right, let's look and see what can fix here. This is what a reflection does. I did an in-person mental health conference on the 31st of March. Not everything went as planned, but it went beautifully and it was a great success that I can keep moving forward. But when I got home that night, as exhausted as I was, the first thing I did was reflect on 3 months leading up to that moment that I was sitting there. So that's what you need to do every step of your life. Reflect. And then there comes that gratitude that she spoke about. It doesn't take too long. It takes a couple seconds because memories on every single thing happen. And it takes a couple seconds, whereas you can say, thank you. Thank you, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in yourself, whether you believe in whatever. Thank you for who I am today. Thank you, God. It could have been worse, God. I could have been in a situation where I could never come out of. My book, Believe, My Spiritual Journey, in one of the chapters is me telling people I actually took 13 spirits out of a house that was haunting this man and throwing him down and stuff like that. And when I reread this entire scenario, I'm like, oh my God. If I'm me today, would I think about doing that still? I'm not too sure. But then I believe that God has me. And what I'm doing is basically working as a vessel for God. And this is how I see it. When I say God, I can't say I'm Catholic or Christian, or I can't say I'm Hindu, or I can't say I'm a Sai or Jewish or whatever. Because when I spoke at 8 years old, I was going to Bible school. I was going to Sai centers, and I'm a born Hindu, and I'm learning going to masjid with my friends. So I learned to believe that the person that's great up there, the divine, the almighty, God, Jesus, whoever, Buddha, whoever we see God as, and whoever you believe in, you have to really believe and tell them, thank you for bringing your life this far. I'm so sorry that this went on so long.
Okay. No, you're great. This rocked.
Thank you so much, everyone.
This rocked. Thank you so very much. Thank you for everything. I hope this was just a great, successful talk that you did tonight. And those 7 steps were right on. And I want to thank all of you for being here real quick. Make a screenshot of yourself or all of us and go to your social media and tell everyone what you loved about the last hour of your life. What did you accomplish? What have you been doing? All of these fabulous people that you were with, and maybe even I would love to see what was your favorite thing about tonight. Put that in your social media, everyone, and have a beautiful night. Don't forget to save the chat. Save the chat. You don't want to forget to do that. Way too much information.
LaDonna?
And I am trying to get all of the videos uploaded on our private member group so that you guys will have them to go back and look and listen. So thank you. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Don't forget, tomorrow night, we're right back here with Millionaire Marketplace, 2 hours. Bring your favorite pitch, bring your favorite items. Let's sell your tickets, your products, whatever you have. And we have a money expert coming to talk with us. He has free money for us. Let it rain, baby. Let it rain. I'm ready. All right. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Have a great
Bye.
night.
Hi, thank you.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Good night.